Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. I've loaded in here on Serene Coast in my Lowe, my Lowe. However you say it, we Americans say Lowe. I am playing this tank because it's just been buffed, and I'm interested to see what the buffs have done. So I went ahead, jumped in my Lowe, got into this battle, and we are here on Serene Coast, and I am headed over to the east side to the peninsula. Looks like we got a 5100 coming with us, an FV. Some guys in the middle and the standard mediums, and actually a couple heavies heading up the one line. So I decided to take it over to the peninsula this time because the Lowe is a pretty good hold down fighter. It's got a pretty good turret. The upper plate is now buffed. It angles pretty nicely. Side scrape's okay. So we're going to go ahead and see how this thing works out. We're going to call this one How Low Can You Go? How low can you go? Get it? A little play on words there. It's funny, right? Calling it that because I'm going to go hold down. At least that's my intention. Trying to cross right here, and I get lit, and then pretty quickly I take a hit. And that, folks, is how you know you've got an unbalanced map. There's no real corresponding ability to hit them over there. You can get them lit if you get a scout where you see the 1390 is, or up by that, there's a building over there with a bush. But it's very difficult to get the shots on them because it's underneath that bridge. However, over here, you are full on exposed. And watch what happens to that E75, who has foolishly stopped where he knows there's people. I snap a shot in there like a dope. I should have just kept going. There's no arty, which is nice. Look, he's getting hammered. So the E75 gets nearly wrecked. All right. So we're going to come in here. They have invested quite a few tanks in that building area up there. And if they are scouted out and poking, they are vulnerable to shots. So I will immediately come up here and see if I can get some. I also noticed that they have a considerable force headed to the peninsula, and right now it's a near-dead E75, myself, and a 5100. But I'm going to come over here and see if I can get some free shots on guys like him being stupid. I'll come out here. I actually missed a shot I could have. This one's actually going to go into his track. Bummer. So no damage there, and you can see that the guys behind me have moved in. I'm probably spending a little too much time futzing around with these because I do have some danger on my 6 o'clock, and if they had been very aggressive and just pushed around that corner, I would be near dead by now. You'll notice that the team is not very aggressive at all. I actually find a little shot of opportunity. He's poking around. See, the E75 is already dead. Now we do have the FV backing us up back there, so at some point they do realize he's there. I'm not sure if they already know, but they may because they are not interested in poking through. And I'm going to go after that KV4's little tumor on his top, which is very vulnerable, especially to my APCR gold round. It's fairly large and flat and pretty easy to hit. And there you go. One of the great benefits of the Lowe is a very accurate gun. I'm checking 6. See who's back there helping me out. And I am hold down right below that little rise in front of there, and I'm only poking my turret up. I'm also using this E75 as further armor for anyone who might want to come around that corner a little bit, but they don't seem too interested in it. I missed that shot. And now we've got the WZ. The WZ kind of gets it. The WZ figures, hey, there's not much here. Let's just go out, go around. And I fully expect he thought his buddies would be following up. And that's what I thought initially. I'm kind of trying to keep it forward, hoping the 5100 or the FV can take this guy out. And then I figure, you know what, instead of just continuing to get whacked, I need to kill him. But unfortunately, I do not kill him, and then the 5100 gets him. So there was an opportunity for those of you keeping score. Had those 4 tanks just come around, I'd be dead. The 5100 would be dead. They may be mauled. They may have lost 1 or 2, but we'd all be out of there, and they probably would have got some shots on the FV. But they did not do that, and now they are in a world of hurt because the rest of their buddies are gone. Again, the accuracy of the Lowe and the great pen, even with just the AP round. They're in a world of hurt because the rest of their team is lost and they didn't push into us. And you can see I just continue to use both the accuracy, shot right there into the side of his turret, and the hold down capability of the Lowe to stay alive right here. Start to move up a little bit. I go after him. I actually hit him instead of the little hatch. I hit him on the top of the turret, which is not going to really work. And the IS-4 has decided he's going to get in here in a moment because there are only 3 of them and he's going to come get some damage. Probably irritated by me, so he's coming after me. I can see he's coming up, so I'm going to back up. Instead of tucking into the E75, I'm going to use this WZ as kind of some side armor. I also want to be ready on my reload and do that. Unfortunately, I wish it would have gone through. And then I'm just going to sort of maneuver this lighter WZ carcass around and use him to cover up my lower plate. Nicely aimed shot on his lower plate. Because he's tracked and not moving, makes it easy. And then pretty quickly he's going to get killed before I can reload. So there you have it. 3,300 damage, tier 10 game in a low by going to a nice hold down position. How low can you go? Obviously permissive. Had they come around, I mentioned it already, they probably could have swarmed me in the 5100 and even pushed into the FV pretty quickly. So a very passive enemy team. And then once, of course, our big guys got around behind him, it was all over. But you can see that the Lowe with the buffs, pretty good tank now. I think it was a pretty good tank before. So it's speedier, got a little more armor up top, still has the great gun. I hope this helps and answers your Lowe questions. Take it easy.